Can Mewtwo die? Or is it something that transcends death entirely? This isn't just a question of strength or endurance, it's a question of existence itself. Mewtwo wasn't born, it was created. A lab experiment forged from the DNA of Mew, the ancient ancestor of all Pokémon, designed as a weapon, enhanced far beyond nature's limits, and awakened with a mind powerful enough to question the world that built it. We've seen Mewtwo survive battles against gods, legendary Pokémon, and even human military forces. No one has ever truly defeated it. Not physically, not mentally, not even existentially. Yet, behind its cold stare and isolated existence, one truth lingers. If Mewtwo was created through unnatural means, does it even follow the same rules as other living beings? If it can't grow old, can't be destroyed, and can't escape itself, maybe the real curse isn't whether Mewtwo can die, but that it may be doomed to live forever. Mewtwo's story begins with ambition, the kind that crosses moral lines. Deep within a hidden lab, scientists led by Dr. Fuji sought to create the most powerful Pokémon ever, using the fossilized DNA of the mythical Mew. But they didn't just copy Mew, they modified it, strengthened it, warped it. What emerged wasn't a clone, it was a new species, born in pain and confusion. Mewtwo opened its eyes not to a mother, but to machines. Not to nature, but to isolation. It didn't inherit a natural lifespan, because it was never meant to live, it was meant to serve. And that origin raises a haunting question. If Mewtwo was built with no natural beginning, was it also built with no end? Mewtwo's psychic power is unmatched, not just among cloned Pokémon, but across the entire world. It can levitate, teleport, manipulate matter, and even erase memories. But beneath its offensive strength lies something more chilling, near limitless control over its own biology. In the first film, we saw Mewtwo recover from devastating attacks almost instantly. In Pokémon Origins, it survives battles that should have left it broken. Some believe Mewtwo's psychic abilities aren't just external. They allow it to heal, regenerate, and possibly halt aging altogether. If its mind is strong enough to reshape the world around it, who's to say it can't reshape its own body too? In that case, death wouldn't be a threat. It would be a choice. But even the most powerful creations have flaws. Mewtwo was built in a lab, an artificial life form, not guided by evolution but manipulated by human hands. And every creation, no matter how advanced, has limits. What if Mewtwo's genetic structure is unstable? What if its power comes at a cost, a slow breakdown hidden deep in its cells? Unlike natural Pokémon, Mewtwo has no species, no ancestors, and no biological roadmap. There's no one to compare it to, no one to fix it if something goes wrong. Scientists made it strong, but they never made it sustainable. So while Mewtwo may seem immortal on the surface, its end might already be written, not in battle, but in its design. It's faced threats that would obliterate most Pokémon and survived every single time. In the first movie, it takes on an army of clones and legendary Pokémon without breaking. In Pokémon Genesect and the Legend Awakened, it faces a swarm of powerful rogue Pokémon and still stands unshaken. It has gone toe-to-toe with beings like Rayquaza and emerged alive. And yet, Mewtwo doesn't seek out glory, it disappears. Retreats, hides, not out of fear, but maybe because it knows death hasn't found the key to destroy it and never will. Mewtwo doesn't live among others, it doesn't build a team, doesn't seek companionship, and never truly settles. Instead, it chooses solitude, hidden caves, distant mountains, or even space itself. But this isolation isn't cowardice, it's caution. Mewtwo has seen the consequences of power, and maybe it's protecting the world from itself. Or maybe it's hiding from something even deeper. What if Mewtwo knows what it really is? A being outside the natural cycle, untouched by time, immune to death? What if the reason it isolates itself isn't to escape the world, but to escape eternity? Immortality sounds like a gift, until you're the one living it. What happens when centuries pass and you remain the same? Mewtwo, untouched by aging, unchanged by time, may already be experiencing this curse. While other Pokémon evolve, age, or fall in battle, Mewtwo watches, alone. No trainer can understand it, no companion can match it. Every bond it forms is temporary, because everything around it eventually fades. Immortality, for Mewtwo, might not be power. It might be punishment. A never-ending loop of silence, memory, and waiting. Maybe the real fear isn't dying, maybe it's never dying. What could kill Mewtwo? If Mewtwo truly can't die by conventional means, then what could destroy it? Physical attacks have failed. Even legendary Pokémon couldn't finish it. So maybe its weakness isn't physical, maybe it's conceptual. Could a power like Darkray's nightmares trap Mewtwo in a psychic prison it can't escape? Could dimensional warping, like what Palkia controls, erase it from existence entirely? Could a weapon designed by humans, the very ones who created it, someday reverse engineer its end? If Mewtwo dies, it won't be by battle, it'll be by something deeper. Memory erasure, identity collapse, or total unmaking. At this point, maybe we're asking the wrong question. It's not just can Mewtwo die? It's what is Mewtwo, really? Is it a living creature or something beyond life? A construct of will, memory, and psychic force? If it doesn't age, doesn't decay, and doesn't follow natural law, can we even call it alive in the way other Pokemon are? Mewtwo exists in a space between not born, not divine, not mortal. It may be a singular entity in the Pokemon world, untethered from time, evolution, and biology. So maybe death isn't even possible, because maybe Mewtwo was never truly alive to begin with. The truth is, no one knows. Not scientists, not trainers, not even the legendaries it's fought. It was created outside the natural order, shaped by human ambition, and powered by something deeper than biology, pure will. If Mewtwo can die, it would take more than strength to do it. It would take understanding what it really is. Until then, it wanders, untouched by time, unmatched in power, and unanswered in purpose. Maybe one day, we'll learn the truth. But until that moment comes, Mewtwo remains the one Pokemon death itself hasn't claimed, and maybe never will.